We regularly hear in the NDIS that there's a workforce shortage. Services can't find enough staff. Family members can't find enough workers. But the real question is, do we have a shortage in the number of workers? But here's a different perspective. What if the real issue isn't a shortage of workers or funding, but actually an ineffective use of the workers' time and the individual's funding? That in fact creates a misalignment between what people need and what they're actually getting. In many cases, workers are present, but their work isn't effective in building interdependence and outcomes and future progress. It's not their fault, but in a system that's created from pure choice and control, people might be over-supported. Perhaps the workers are doing things for them that someone could do for themselves. Perhaps the workers are becoming the answer to many things. Perhaps the workers are filling time with activities and outings rather than things that actually progress towards outcomes. Often this can sound like, how many hours of support do you need? What's your funding like? Rather than actually looking at, what are the outcomes you're seeking? How might we achieve these together? It looks like, how do we fill this time in this shift? I have a worker for this shift, rather than, who do you want to become and how do we work on this together? And how does one answer that in everyday community life? So if this support was used differently, what we would see is more interdependence, more community participation, more people in employment or volunteering or study. You'd see these people in your workplaces. You'd see that people were less dependent on funding over time. And I just want to be clear that support workers aren't the problem. There's many great support workers out there that are caring, that really have a good mindset, look at things differently, but sometimes the way that they're utilized is in fact the problem. They're underutilized in the areas that are important, like community connection and valued roles creation and safeguarding the future and skill development and family governance. And they're overutilized in the things that aren't as important, like micro task supervision or being the answer on a shift or filling time on a shift. We also have a system that prioritizes time and attendance over outcomes. So people's time could be better used by learning public transport, by understanding pathways into valued roles such as volunteering or associational involvement or study or pathways into work or micro-enterprise. So instead of asking questions like we currently do, like how do we get more funding or where do we find more workers, we should be asking, how do we use the workers' time most effectively? What's our vision for how we want to use our funding and what we want to achieve? And more importantly, what do the workers that we want involved need to know? Because in order to be effective, the workers need a specialized set of skills, not some generic certificate 3 and some technical training and off you go. That's what really keeps people around.